Hello, everybody. My name is Panique Singleton from connectwithpanique.com, and today I wanted to talk to you about prospecting calls. So many times, nowadays, since people are marketing a lot online, they want to prospect their clients through the inbox on Facebook or through the DM on Instagram or Snapchat or maybe even through a text message, right? But the art of conversation, it seems like, has been lost. A lot of people do not talk to their prospects over the phone or even with a face-to-face meeting. So I've realized that some people may not know how. Maybe that's why they're not doing it, right? You're thinking, well, I'm already on the internet marketing. They sent me a message. Why not respond this way? But guys, it's a lot more personable, when you're talking to somebody with your words, right? When you're using conversation rather than just typing words on a screen. It gives it a more personal touch rather than them feeling like they could be communicating with a robot, right? When they can hear your voice. So guys, I wanted to take this time out today to give you some tips on how to completely crush a prospecting call, how to kill it. By the end of this call, you should be able to sign your person and close the deal. You know what I mean? You should be able to close the lead. All right, so let's get right in. I've got some steps for you, some tips. Of course, I have notes so I don't miss anything. So when you see me looking down, I'm just double checking my notes. All right, guys. So if you're ready, let's go ahead and jump right in. I hope you have your pen and paper. If not, pause the video real quick and go grab that. All right. All right, guys, here we go. So the first step is carve out a specific time to call your prospects. And I know this might sound crazy, but you need to set aside time, just like with anything else in your business. If you've been in this business for a while, or even if you're just starting out, I'm sure you've realized that you have to plan things out or things will not get done, right? So that's the first step. Carve out a specific time to call these people. Don't just try to be like, oh, I'm driving down the road, let me call them now. Set the time aside that this is what you're going to do during this time. So your mind's focused on it. You have the list of people to call and you're going to call them, all right? So, boom, that's very, very important, right? Especially if you're working your business part-time because, you're going to work, you're still having to, get the kids to school, take care of them, spend time with the spouse. You want to carve out that specific prospecting phone call time, okay? So that's step one. Step number two, when you get them on the phone, tell them why you're calling, right? Don't just start talking and going on, and they're quick to either hang up on you if you do that, or they might just tune you out and be like, okay, as soon as this person stops talking, I'm hanging up, right? So tell them why you're calling immediately. So what you want to do is just say, hi, my name is Panique Singleton. I see that you visited my blog and got your free Instagram cheat sheet. And then boom, 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 right? So basically they know how you got their number and why you're calling them. All right. So number three, you want to make sure it's a good time. So usually what I do, as soon as they get on the phone, hey, it's Panique Singleton here. Did I catch you at a good time? Or actually, let me back up. I actually do that after I tell them why I'm calling. Panique Singleton here. I saw you visited my blog. You got your free Instagram cheat sheet. Just wanted to follow up with you. Is this a good time? Boom. That's all you got to do. All right. So then that way, if it's not, you can go ahead and, make sure you don't just start talking and then kind of make them mad, right? So the next thing is, if they say, yes, it's a good time, you want to continue with your call by asking them, what they're looking to accomplish, right? So you want to find out, what their goals are. So this is the step where you can pretty much decide if you want to work with them or not, right? Because you don't want to work with everybody, okay? Because you don't want to work with those people that aren't really ready to go. They're not really to hit it hard because that's a waste of your time. And you don't want to be wasting time because your time is valuable. I don't care if you're brand new in this business, your time is valuable, okay? And you can pick and choose who you want to work with. Don't just feel like you have to work with everybody because right now you're new and you're desperate for, clients or people to sign up in your business. Be selective. You have that right to be selective, okay? So this is the step, once you find out what they're looking to accomplish, then you can kind of decide if it's a waste of your time or if it's worth your time, all right? And if it's something you can help them with, So next step, number 5, make sure that they still have time, okay? So now you remember in step 3, I said to make sure it's a good time. Now, sometimes they'll say, oh, yeah, it's a good time because they're not exactly sure how long the call is going to take, right? So, they may have had like 5 minutes, but they didn't know you wanted to have a 15 to 20 minute conversation. Right now it might be time for them to go pick the kids up or something. So you want to just kind of check maybe about 5 minutes in, you want to say, hey, is this still a good time? And that way, if it's not, you can reschedule another call. That way you can answer all of the questions that they have and give them the information that they are needing. Now, if it is a good time, obviously you're going to proceed with the phone call. But again, that's totally important to make sure that you just kind of do a pulse check and make sure they still have time. Because if they don't, they're not going to be listening to you, or they might start multitasking if there was something else they needed to do. So they're halfway listening to you, halfway multitasking, and you don't want that, all right? So just double check back in step 5 there. Step number 6. Now, this is one of my favorite steps. You're going to form them, right? FORM. I know you've heard of that acronym before. Stands for family, occupation, recreation, and money. Now, some people, that last M, they might say that it stands for like message or something like that. I don't know. For me, it stands for money, right? So family, obviously, you want to find out about their family life. As far as occupation, you want to find out what do they do for a living. Recreation, what do they like to do for fun, when they're not working. And then money, this is why I like to find out kind of what their monetary goals are. How much money are they looking to make in this business? Or also it could be how much money do they have, as far as like a marketing budget, because, right, you are a network marketer. So you want to know, like, how much money do they have for a marketing budget per month? Because that might help you decide or better know what kind of products you could recommend to them that will help them with their business if you know what kind of budget they're working with. So the last M there, well, the last M is the only M, right? But the M, that's really important, guys. So use that to figure out, like I said, their monetary goals and also how much money do they have to spend on a monthly basis towards the business as far as marketing, okay? So number 7, you want to get permission to share. So remember, in number 6, you formed them and you found out some information about them. Now you want to tell a little bit of information about yourselves, but it's very important that you ask for permission. That's the part I want you guys to catch on this step, right? So, you want to find out what they, you listen to them, you found out a little bit about them, and you just want to say, okay, awesome, that sounds really great. Do you mind if I take a few minutes to tell you a little bit about myself? Because you want to kind of tell them, what you've done, what you've accomplished. You want to share your story. A lot of times that piece, that story piece, is how you're going to get them to relate to you. But you don't want to just be bragging on yourself and going on and on about your accomplishments and your life. Nobody's here for that, guys. Remember, it is not about you. Okay? I'm going to say that one more time. It is not about you. It is about them. Okay? So whereas you do want to give them like a little snippet of your history, your life, whatever, how you got into this industry, maybe what you've been able to accomplish, how you were able to accomplish it, but how you were able to accomplish it. I am so sorry. Anyway, guys, you want to give them that little brief, little blurb, little summary, but you want to make sure you have that permission before you do it, and you want to make sure it really is brief, guys. Condense it, give them the short version. They don't want your whole life story, but you want to give them enough to where they can relate with you, to build that know, like, and trust factor. And you want to give them enough so that they say, you know what, this person knows what they're talking about, and I absolutely want to connect and work with them. Okay? So, boom. Number 8 is the last step that I have for you, and this is the closing. So, of course, guys, you've done steps 1 through 7. If you've done these well, number 8 should be easy, right? You're just putting a nice, pretty bow on it and tying it all together. So this is your closing. So what you want to do is you want to use the income goal that they said earlier and make them an offer. So for example, let's say they told you the income goal, they want to make $1,500 per month, right? So you're going to hit them with, okay, so if I can show you a way to make $1,500 extra a month, would you be ready to get started right away? Boom. You see how I did that? I took the goal that they told me. They said they just need an extra $1,500 a month. So if I can show you a way to make an extra $1,500 a month, would you be ready to get started right away? So now when they say yes, you notice I didn't say if they say yes, because you've done such a good job in steps 1 through 7. Yes, they're going to say yes, right? And plus you use their own income goal. They want to make $1,500 a month. You're asking, if you could show them, would they say yes? So when they say yes, what you're going to do is say, okay, awesome. I'm going to send you this video. Can you watch it now? So you're going to send them the opportunity video, the compensation plan, or whatever it is that you send people for your company. So, of course, they're going to say, yeah, I can watch it now. Awesome. So the video, let's say the video is 10 minutes. Let's just use 10 minutes. So you say, all right, I'm going to give you a call back in 15 minutes. Because, you know, you want to give them time to get the link that you send them, push play, you know, and really sit down and watch. So, boom, 15 minutes. But don't give them too long, because then they'll be like, oh, I can watch it later. If they're really serious about getting started now, they want to get started now, right? So send them the video. Boom, it's a 10-minute video. All right, I'm going to send you this video. I'm going to call you back in 15 minutes when you're done. So after that, you give them a call back. Get them back on the phone. Ask them what did they like best about the video. And then after they tell you what they like best, this is what you're going to say. You're going to say, great. Sounds like you're ready to get started now. Right? So you want to make sure that you say that now part, right? Sounds like you're ready to get started now. And of course, you know, you can tweak this and put your own spin on it, obviously. But, you know, maybe you don't say great. Maybe you say awesome or, you know, good, you know, something like that. I don't know. I like to say great and I like to say awesome. Those are two of my favorite words. But anyway, boom. And then you go ahead and sign them up. You know, when you say great, sounds like you're ready to get started now. They usually say yes, or either they're going to give you some pushback as to why they can't get started now, right? Maybe they say, well, I got to get started next Friday because I don't get paid until then, or whatever they say. But from then, guys, I mean, you've killed this call up to this point. You'll know how to handle it if there is an objection. And most likely, like I said, if you've done these steps right, remember, this was one of your leads. So they came to you. Basically, you've attracted them through, I don't know, a sales funnel somewhere, your blog or whatever. So they are interested, right? So if you've done steps 1 through 7, this is, you know, pretty much a person that's interested. You can handle this closing. Like I said, even if they have a small objection, you know, just maybe as far as the time frame, or they have additional questions, this is the step where you answer their questions. You know, you handle any objections and you close the deal and you sign the prospect up, right? Sounds pretty easy, huh? Now, I mean, obviously with anything, if you have not been doing this, you're going to have to do it a few times to kind of get used to it, find your groove, find what things you can say, you know, what things work the best for you. But I'm telling you guys, once you master these 8 steps to a prospecting call, to closing a prospecting call, there's going to be no stopping you, all right? And I guess I could do a really quick recap, but I think you guys were taking notes, but I'm going to do it like really fast, okay? Step 1, carve out specific time to call. Step 2, tell them why you're calling. Step 3, make sure it's a good time. Step 4, find out what they're looking to accomplish. Step number 5, make sure that it's still a good time, about 5 minutes into it. Step 6, form them, F-O-R-M. You guys know the acronym. Number 7, get permission to share your story, that is. And number 8 is the closing, guys. So look, that's all I got for you. All I can say is go out and start implementing this today. You will see a change in your close percentage. You know, you'll see that go up. You'll start signing up more people. But guys, my one piece of advice here, now that you have the steps and you know what to do, my one piece of advice is just do it, right? Just get out and implement it. When you're talking to people, it's so much better. I had a guy try to prospect me through the inbox the other day, and I wasn't interested, but I just wanted to see his approach, and I wanted to see if maybe I could help him, give him some tips, because it was terrible, guys. So call people on the phone. It's more personal, okay? It's a more personable touch. Listen, guys, my name is Panique Singleton from connectwithpanique.com. I'm going to get out of here, but as always, if you enjoyed this video, please share it. Please throw a comment underneath. I always like to hear your comments and your feedback. And I will see you guys on the next video, okay? Happy prospecting. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful day.